Alright, so there's a little video to try and show you a bit about our van, Vanessa, that we're going to try and sell before we head back to New Zealand. So it's a 2006, you need to follow me, yeah? It's a 2006 medium wheelbase, medium roof transit. That's a self-conversion. You can walk around to the front here. Look at the front, you can see it's, we've added some spotlights on the front. It's got fog lights which are an addition. We'll blank those off for the MOT with some tape, but if you want to remove the tape and get them going again, I haven't got them wired correctly for the MOT standard, so I just blank them over for the MOT, which we will get a new MOT. Come around this side. Oh, yeah, there's the spotlight bar, which is a Bob Davis fabrication, which is quite secure and works quite well. Also has this little step here. The reason for the step is to facilitate cleaning the windscreen. You take a lot of pictures out of the windscreen. You want to have the windscreen clear so that you can see what you're doing. And that's the side of it. So we've got the mains hookup plug here, which is, I'll talk a bit more about how that's connected inside, but that is the way it hooks on when it's at the campsite. So the vent for the fridge. See down the side here the window. The window is a Sights double glazed camper van window, proper thing. Has a mesh inside, which we'll talk about when we see it inside. The window is on hydraulic stays, goes up and down. The stays can be a bit tricky to get to stay there sometimes, especially when you're on this side of it. There you go. 3-point locking. The window has been damaged, and you can see the crack has reoccurred here. When we were putting it in, we dropped it, broke that corner. We fixed that corner with a P38. Doesn't leak, hasn't given us any problems. That was 2 years ago. Then if we come round to the back of the van here, you can see that we've got the bicycle rack on the back. The van is being sold with the rack and the cover, but without the bicycles. So at this point I think we'll take the bicycles off. There's one thing with the rack on, so I want to make sure you realise you can still open the door. The door is here, so you just put your hand underneath, give it a pull, and the door will open. Alright, so bikes are off. This is the cover that we're going to give you with it. See, it's got some holes in it. It's had a bit of a hard life, obviously. It's done a few miles. This is a Fiamma 2-bike cover, so this rack takes 2 bikes. This is the cover to go with this rack. It's ridiculously expensive, 150 quid or something. And this is the plate you also need for Italy. So when you're in Italy you have to have this on the back of the bikes, otherwise you get a ticket. So that's the cover, which we are including. Here's the rack. The rack folds up out of the way when you're not using it. This is the top box. Now this fits on a motorcycle bracket, just the single key. You want to just, I don't know if you can see that. Single key in here, unclips it, comes off. Why have I got 2 straps around it? There's a lot of weight in this box because it's got all my tools in it. So I'm supplying it with the box, not the tools, so the box will be empty. These 2 here, which are pieces of tube, when you break that storage in there, it's full of all our bicycle stuff at the moment. Those will be empty. The padlock here is a high-end Xena alarm system padlock. The alarm system doesn't work, but it's still a very strong lock. That's mounted to an anchor, gives you something to lock the bikes to. No one's ever going to nick your bikes off of here. We've had one person attempt to see the cover pulled up, but obviously took one look under there and said no, they're not going anywhere. So that's the bike rack, which is quite an expensive big kit in itself. And there's the locks, the box, the holders. So now we can open this door. before I start talking about the kitchen area, we'll talk about this here. This is a step which attaches here with a strap. Lifts off, turns out. This has been cut down and modified to be the right height for the door as a step. So that's the step that goes on the door. This can then just sit back there while you're parked. So you only take that off when you're parked. And in there. The satellite dish and the aerial for the TV are both attached to here. I'll talk about the satellite dish and the TV aerial when I'm inside. You turn this knob, the bar pushes up to make the thing go up in the air. This is a wheel clamp, including that as well. We used it all the time when we were in England. We haven't used it since we've been on our travels, but it is a wheel clamp. You have the keys, comes with it. So for cooking here, we just open up these two drawers, pull out this, and this. See, in this drawer here, we have, Michelle's going to be angry now because we didn't clean the sink out. A sink with a spout. The switch turns on the water. At the moment the tank's empty. I'm going to take the tank out in a minute and fill it so you can see how the tank comes out. That is used with these. I'll show you that. In this side we have this tray, which is very handy for putting your washing up on to take it into the front to get it dried. We have a pop-out bowl, which can be used to catch the waste from the sink. This is storage for the gas canisters for the cooker. So you see the cookers, there's two cookers like this, and they take these standard CV300 camping gas canisters. We can hold 8 here. There's 6 in there at the moment, so I've got 2 on the go. 2 here, so you can have 10 on there. Gives you quite a long range in between gas stops. These 4 here are stands, which can be used at the front and the rear of the vehicle to stabilise it against any movement when you're walking around. We put these in actually because we thought we would need them, and we've never used them. But they're there, they're Fiamma, they were also expensive. Probably I'd throw these away and put some chocks in there, but we never really need those either, so I don't know. So there's the 2 cookers. I'll take the cooker out just to give an illustration of how you would use the cooker. Okay, so this side can come down like this. Okay, then put your gas canister in your cooker. If you're just using one cooker, this will stop any wind coming into the side, and sometimes you see I get it a little too close. Like this will give you a really good windshield. If you want to use both cookers and you're cooking in the whole area, this one will fit over here, thus. Alright, so that gives you your workspace to work on. This would be down here on the ground to catch water out of the sink. Boom. These underneath those to make them a little less slippery. Okay, so you've got pots, pans, knives, saucepans, all of that we're including. Little skillet there, so you can take your hot frying pan off of here, put it on here so you're not putting it straight on the tiles, so the tiles are proper kitchen tiles. A couple of cutting boards, everything you need. Got a towel rail here, doesn't have any towels on it at the moment, but you can hold towels, and all of your fish slices and all that kind of stuff there. We have a light up there, which is switched on and off from here, so you can work here in the light, and we have a 240 volt outlet there. If you're on a mains hookup, then this has also got mains power in it, so you can use an electrical appliance out here if you want. The canopy for the top If it's a sunny day and you don't want to be in the sun, then undo this, pull this little bar out. This will go into here. And here, like this. And this will come out here like this. Like this. And using two small ones of these that I don't have to hand because they're inside the van, you just clip it. Right. If it's really sunny coming from this direction, you can actually pull the blind out further and just let it hang down behind you. Gives you a really good shadow. So it's quite comfortable to work and cook out here even on a hot sunny day. Use this cover maybe half a dozen times. Most of the time, sun doesn't seem to be too much of a problem from behind us. Because if you're in a camping zone, you're not going to have a lot of shelter anyway. Back up there like that. Just goes around there. Like that. Voila. Okay, so